All right, thank you everyone, and welcome to PKSF Volume 65. Woo! Yes, thank you. Thank you for coming. I think a great way to start these events off is to just take you through one of these presentations and show you what they're all about. And so that's what I'm going to do right now. So to begin with, I just want to start by addressing something that is in the room right now. There seems to be one really important question on the minds of just about everybody in here, and that is, how the hell do you pronounce this event? Well, I'm going to help you with that, but I need you to say badonkadonk at the count of 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, badonkadonk. Great. And there's a dog. Perfect. So now I want you to say PechaKucha. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, PechaKucha. Excellent. Great. Try getting that out of your head now. So now, I've been saying it this way for years, but then I met another organizer who pronounces it differently. They say PechaKucha, all right? Equal stress on each syllable, like this. So let's try that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, PechaKucha. All right, so which one is correct? I don't know, but in the spirit of tonight, let the choice be yours. So let's get rolling. Thank you. So PechaKucha is a Japanese word that means chit-chat or chatter. It's one of those words that sounds like the thing it's describing, like crunch or boom. You know, chit-chat, PechaKucha. It's a Japanese name because it was founded in Tokyo by 2 expat architects, Mark Ditham and Astrid Klein, who wanted to provide a forum for local architects and designers to share their ideas. But Mark here said if you give a microphone to a designer, you could be trapped for hours. So what they decided to do was create a format to keep things moving. And it worked because shortly they were doing monthly PechaKucha nights for crowds numbering in the hundreds. And now, since then, PechaKucha has spread literally around the globe, everywhere from Amsterdam to Atlanta, from Venice to Vienna. And they take place in sort of hip multimedia spaces, sort of like this. And they always attract a very, very cool crowd, obviously. I forgot what happens next. Let's just wait for it. What do people do at PechaKucha nights? Well, they do PowerPoint. People get up one by one, and they do a PowerPoint presentation. Not just architects, not just designers, but anybody who has a story to tell. There's no limit to topic or content. In fact, there are only 2 simple rules that you have to follow. And they are 20 slides, 20 seconds per slide. You speak, the slides run automatically, and you speak in sync with the visuals. So the result takes exactly 6 minutes and 40 seconds. No turning back, and no starting over. And I've built some time to breathe right now, so just gonna enjoy it. Yes. Wired Magazine described it like this. You say what you need to say in 6 minutes and 40 seconds of perfectly timed words and images, and then you sit the hell down. And the result combines business meeting with poetry slam and turns corporate cliche into beat-the-clock performance art. So good, so good. So here's how the format helps shape a talk. So you only have 20 slides, so you need to keep it focused. And this is kind of ironic because this limitation on the number of slides that you have actually frees a presenter up from having to talk about everything, which is what we tend to want to do when we're in front of a microphone. And the other thing is that we have just 20 seconds to speak about each thing, each slide. So you have to keep it moving. And this turns out to be the really genius idea, because if you've ever been trapped in a meeting, you know that nothing lasts longer than extremely bad PowerPoint. This guy knows what I'm talking about. So speaking of really, really bad PowerPoint, this is from a briefing by the Pentagon, a briefing on military strategy in Afghanistan. General James Mattis, the Joint Forces commander, was speaking about briefings like this when he said, PowerPoint is making us stupid. Yeah. You don't see that kind of really bad PowerPoint all that often at a PechaKucha night, but if you did, the great news is you won't see it for very long, because the 20 by 20 format prevents you from doing that. It really is the antidote to bad PowerPoint, and it turns PowerPoint and elevates it into an art form, where presenters simplify and they simplify until suddenly all that's left is the poetry. And the great thing about a poem is that its brevity prevents you from being written out of it. So I encourage you to listen to the stories tonight for where they meet you in your life. So Was it PechaKucha or is it PechaKucha? I'm having a bit of a crisis about this. I'm wondering now if I've been saying it wrong for years, and I desperately wanted to give you one pronunciation to share. But then thinking about the actual theme of the night, I came to some new conclusion that I hadn't thought of before, which is, what about not choosing? I mean, there's plenty of words out there that can be pronounced differently. Tomato, tomato, data, data, George Santos, dumpster fire. And I find that we go numb to things that we figure out too easily, but there's a tension to things that are unresolved. So maybe fumbling through pronouncing this event made you feel like Frankenstein learning to speak, but I bet you contended with it a little bit longer than you would have otherwise. And I realized I kind of love that. So please be on the lookout for your aha moment tonight as you listen to these stories that we have. We have stories about choices we make and choices that are made for us, logical choices and emotional choices, choices that we contend with for years and ones that just sneak up on us. Friends, I'm very excited about tonight, and there are some people here with me who are excited as well. And each of them gave up an evening of Netflixing and chilling, which they probably regret now, in order to tell you and share a passion that is important to them. So please support them as they perform their high wire act for you. And of course, thank you for choosing to be here tonight. Enjoy. Ooh. Ooh.